So they had to shut this whole thing down. It looks like a war zone. This is LA yesterday. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. And you get the government making this happen. New war zone map? Yes. People wishing for a police state? Empire is done. It's not a police state whenever you have laws. I know this might sound crazy, but it's actually not a police state when people that are actively destroying and defacing and crushing property get arrested. It's not a police state. That's normal. How come this never happens in Japan or Saudi Arabia? Can you explain? Well, you've got two very different answers. Why does this never happen in Saudi Arabia? So, and if you think Saudi Arabia is bad, my understanding is how Saddam Hussein used to deal with terrorists is he wouldn't just kill the terrorists, he'd kill their whole family. They do things way differently over there. Yes, they did. Yeah, he'd kill everybody. And so it sends a message. Yeah, and there was not that many of those things happening, right? The whole lineage. Yeah, exactly. Why, he was insane. And so that's why it doesn't happen over there. Because people are scared. They're terrified. And anyway, that's number one over there. I don't know about Saudi Arabia, but probably a lesser extent of that. And then in Japan, the reason why it doesn't happen is because, I think that number one, there isn't the same level of, number one, they're a much more homogenous society. And number two, I think that there is a greater importance played and put on public decorum and just the way that people act, right? It's an island too, it's a homogenous culture. Yeah, they have cultural cohesion. Yeah, a lot of this is caused by a lack of cultural cohesion because what you really see with a lot of these issues are multiple cultures coming together and feuding with each other. That's pretty much what's going on. Who are better educated and trained into this from an early age. Well, yeah, and also it's much more normalized in Japan for you to be they have the level of individualism that we have in the US is very different than Japan.